Welcome back, everyone, to another fascinating and mind blowing journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, where an ordinary looking penny can turn out to be worth an unbelievable fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most talked about and mysterious coins ever discovered, the 1985 Liberty Lincoln cent from the United States. A coin that, on the surface, appears just like the millions of other pennies struck that year, carrying the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln on one side and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the other. But hidden within this humble piece of copper-plated zinc lies a story that has shaken the numismatic world. This very coin, the 1985 1-cent Liberty penny, has been valued at a staggering $220 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, a single penny worth $220 million. And all because of its extraordinary minting errors, mysterious mistakes, and rare mint mark variations that make it unlike any other coin in American history. Imagine holding in your hand a small, shiny penny that feels no different from any other coin you've ever used. You might toss it into your wallet or drop it in a coin jar, completely unaware that this very coin could change your life forever. That's exactly how it was for the few lucky individuals who stumbled upon this exceptional 1985 Liberty cent. The story of how such a small coin could reach such astronomical value is not just about metal and minting, it's a story of mystery, human error, and a touch of fate. To truly understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to look back at 1985, a time when the United States Mint was operating at full capacity, producing billions of Lincoln cents across its various facilities. By that year, the Mint had fully transitioned from copper to zinc-based coins coated with copper plating. This change in composition had begun just a few years earlier, in 1982, to reduce production costs. However, this shift also introduced new challenges: plating defects, planchet inconsistencies, and mint mark positioning errors became more frequent. And it is within this chaotic period of change that our legendary 1985 Liberty penny was born. Collectors and coin experts have spent years analyzing the 1985 Lincoln cent, and what makes this particular version so remarkable are the small but powerful imperfections that set it apart. Minting errors can occur in countless ways, from doubled dies and off-center strikes to missing layers and clipped planchets. Each type of error has its own story, and the 1985 Liberty cent seems to contain multiple anomalies rolled into one breathtaking example of minting mystery. One of the first things that caught collectors' attention was the strange appearance of the word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin. On certain specimens, the letters appear to be slightly doubled or distorted, as if the die shifted during the striking process. This doubling is not uniform, it affects some letters more than others, particularly the B and E. This type of error, known as a doubled die obverse, is among the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. It transforms a standard penny into a historical masterpiece. But the errors don't stop there. Some of these 1985 Liberty cents also show what appears to be a faint secondary impression of Lincoln's profile, barely visible under magnification, creating a haunting ghost image effect. Experts believe this may have been caused by die deterioration or die clash when two dies strike each other without a planchet between them, leaving faint outlines of the design imprinted on both dies. When a normal coin is later struck, traces of that unintended design appear on the finished coin, giving it an eerie, layered appearance. Another highly discussed feature of the rare 1985 Liberty penny is its mint mark, the small letter that identifies where the coin was produced. Most 1985 pennies bear either a D for Denver or no mint mark at all, indicating they were minted in Philadelphia. However, on the ultra-rare versions, the D appears slightly misplaced, tilted, or faintly doubled. This misplacement could have occurred during the die preparation stage, when the mint mark was manually punched onto the die. Even the slightest variation in its positioning can turn a coin into a collector's dream. What makes this particular coin so astonishing, however, is not just one single error, it's the combination of multiple rare features that all appear together on the same piece. A doubled die of verse, a misalignment mark, and subtle planchet irregularities all converge in one coin that seems to defy minting logic. Some experts even speculate that a few examples might have been struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982, before the complete transition to zinc was finalized. If true, that would mean the coin was struck on a metal composition that was never meant to exist in 1985, instantly elevating its rarity beyond measure. The story of how one of these coins was first discovered is the stuff of legends. In the early 2000s, a coin collector sorting through a large batch of circulated pennies noticed something unusual about one coin. It seemed slightly heavier than normal, and under bright light, the surface color looked richer, more like the older copper cents than the duller zinc ones of the 1980s. When examined under magnification, the collector noticed the strange doubling on Liberty and the unusual D-mint mark. After careful analysis and testing by experts, it was confirmed this was not a normal penny. It was one of the rarest minting errors ever recorded. As word spread, the numismatic community erupted in excitement. Articles were written, discussions filled online coin forums, and collectors everywhere began checking their own 1985 pennies in hopes of finding one of these miraculous examples. The demand for error coins surged, and as more details emerged about the unique characteristics of this 1985 specimen, its value skyrocketed. In time, the coin went up for auction. Collectors from around the world, including private investors and museums, competed fiercely to own it. The auction started modestly, but the bids quickly escalated into the millions. When the hammer finally fell, the winning bid had reached an unbelievable $220 million. The sale stunned everyone, breaking every record for a 1-cent coin and solidifying the 1985 Liberty penny as one of the most valuable coins ever known. But why would anyone pay so much for a penny? The answer goes beyond money. Coins like the 1985 Liberty cent are symbols of history, human craftsmanship, and the unpredictability of perfection. Every minting error tells a story of machines slightly misaligned, of human oversight, of the delicate balance between art and precision. For collectors, these errors are not mistakes. They're miracles, rare glimpses into the hidden imperfections of an otherwise flawless system. The composition of the 1985 penny also adds to its intrigue. Most were made of zinc with a thin copper coating, but testing on certain rare examples revealed inconsistencies, traces of higher copper content, or unusual metallic layers not found in typical coins from that year. These small differences are the fingerprints of a minting anomaly, evidence of an event that should never have happened. It's details like these that drive collectors wild, transforming what was once pocket change into an object of international fascination. Let's also not forget the design itself, the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced on the penny in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the Lincoln cent has remained nearly unchanged for over a century. Every line in Lincoln's face, every fold of his coat, was crafted to honor one of America's most revered leaders. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a symbol of unity and freedom. But in the case of the 1985 Liberty penny, these familiar designs became the canvas for rare minting magic. Collectors described the visual effect of these errors as almost mesmerizing. Under magnification, the doubled lettering and faint outlines seemed to shimmer, creating an optical illusion of movement. The copper coating reflects light in a way that makes the imperfections stand out, turning what was once an accident into a piece of unintentional art. Over the years, more examples of the 1985 Liberty cent have surfaced, though none quite as perfect or valuable as the one that sold for $220 million. Each new discovery brings with it a wave of excitement and renewed curiosity. Some are struck slightly off-center, with a portion of the design missing along the rim.